It's Week 17 of the 2028 season, and we'll see Garrett Wilson, now over 1,000 receiving yards on the season. It's the Jets and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll look to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
To go for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. ETN up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Jaguars at 11-4 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go, six.
Lawrence will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, it's Lawrence. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
A shotgun snap, and again to ETN. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with ETN. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter.
Here we go!
Going for it, here's Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Caught by Wilson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch. Down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And room there to work it inside the 25. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to the right here and finding Burks. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. They're going to look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Another toe for Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 36, Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Lawrence. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Lawrence. Out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, Time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his left. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mecole Hardman, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd and 5. It's complete, Burks. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
ETN once more. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
ETN. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand him up, but end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And New York set to take the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to last into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, every drive so critical. You figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You can have the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Back to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Toss left side for ETN. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now, Lawrence. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning